Hello and welcome to Folky Night in Canada, live from the Backwoods Folk Festival here in the beautiful Caledon Hills of Southern Ontario. This is the 5th annual celebration of Canada's only open stage music festival. My name is Rick Palidwor, here to bring you the play-by-play, and I'm joined in the broadcast booth by former great Robert Skids Janson. Skids, nice to have you on board.
Thanks very much, Rick. It's always good to be on the board with you.
I understand you just got in from Florida.
That's right. I really love that town.
Then why did you leave?
They didn't want me. They didn't need me.
3 teams playing here today, the new Beatles, Michael Bennett and Bartok Guitarsplat.
Oh, there's a lot of talent out there today, Rick, and unless they disappoint us, I think we're in for one heck of a game.
And joining us for today's broadcast is Timothy von Boetticher, the organizer of the Backwoods Folk Festival. Timothy, go backstage and chat up some of the players here today, why don't you?
I understand. It's been a good game so far, wouldn't you say?
Well, right now it could go both ways, you know. It could go either that way or this way. Could go up or down if it rains or if it doesn't. You know, we get rained out. Oh, we're in a hockey arena, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I forgot where we were.
And thanks very much. Back to you now.
Thank you, Timothy. And we're ready for the opening face-off, and the first team to take to the ice is the new Beatles.
Rick, the new Beatles are my kind of team. They have always been my kind of team, and I'm certain that if I hadn't sustained that injury, which is nagging me, by the way, I'd be out there with the game right now.
The new Beatles at center ice here on Folky Night in Canada.
Well, Big Old Bill was a businessman. For big old profits, he had a 5-year plan. His new product was environmentally safe, but his byproduct was a toxic waste. Big Old Bill lived by his word. His factory was located on Hypocrite Curve, doing one thing and saying another. Preaching love and killing your brother. Actions hate her when you say that you love her. Putting one mouth a shoe on the other. Doing one thing and saying another. On Hypocrite Curve. Sally Mae was a religious kind, saving herself for her wedding night. Jackie White was the boy that she loved, but she was out practicing with Billy Bob. They were parked their car out on Lover's Point, otherwise known as Hypocrite Curve, doing one thing and saying another. Preaching love and killing your brother. Actions hate her when you say that you love her. Putting one mouth a shoe on the other. Doing one thing and saying another. On Hypocrite Curve.
A beautiful goal.
I sure wish I was out there, Rick.
3:42, the time of the goal. The new Beatles have made a score with Hypocrite Curve. And we're now going to take you to ringside where Timothy von Boetticher is standing by. Timothy, field some reactions to that goal, why don't you?
I understand. How do you like the game so far? I know you haven't been here long.
The game? Is that what he said?
It's all a game. It's a game.
Life's a game. Life is a game, Tim.
And how are you enjoying it?
Pretty good. Great drive up here. And good to see you. Nice t-shirt.
Excellent to see you as well, and I also like your t-shirt there. I believe it says Lexus Nexus.
That's right.
Thank you very much. And over to you now.
Thank you, Timothy.
Rick, I'd like to say a special hello to all those shut-ins at this time. All those wonderful people who can make it out to Folky Night in Canada. They really are wonderful people. I met most of them personally when I was shut in, and they really deserve a very special hello here.
Hello.
Hello.
The score is 1 score to no score on an early score by the new Beatles. And it's time to rejoin the action at center ice where Michael Bennett will do his best to even up the score.
Rick, this Michael Bennett, he's a strong one going into this game. I think he's managed to avoid injury most of his career, not like me. And I think that this will work very much in his favor.
Michael Bennett at center ice here on Folky Night in Canada.
I walk 5 miles a day. I only need to go 4. I walk 5 miles a day. Well, I only need to go 4. I'll walk a mile out of my way, honey, just so I pass your door. I'm gonna legalize graffiti on every city wall. I'm gonna legalize graffiti on every city wall. I'm gonna tell the world I love you and I ain't gonna write it small. No, sir. Jump down in that bear cage down at the local zoo. I'm gonna jump down in that bear cage down at the local zoo. I'm gonna give my life to some grizzly, baby, if I can't give it to you. So please forgive me, Jesus, but you made a mistake with this girl. Well, please forgive me, Jesus, but you made a mistake with this girl. You see, you're giving her more beauty than anybody else in the whole wide world. So that's why I'm going 5 miles a day. Yeah, I only need to go for 5 miles a day. I'd walk 1,000,000 miles out of my way, long as I can see you standing at your door. Oh, yeah.
He scores! Michael Bennett, well played.
Rick, that Michael Bennett, he knew he would tie up the game if he scored, and he scored to tie up the game again.
3:48, the time of the goal, unassisted. And Timothy is ready to report from rinkside. Timothy, why don't you move away from center ice for a change and try to talk to some of those fans at the back, why don't you?
I understand. I'm out here in the cheap seats, I guess. I'm just wondering back here, how are you enjoying the game?
Wonderful game. Absolutely wonderful game.
Could you describe something about the action of the play? What do you enjoy about the sport?
Which sport is that?
This game we're playing here.
This game? I think the rules could be changed.
Which ones are you dissatisfied with?
The winner's being crucified at the end.
Timothy, the commissioner says you've gone too far. Try the other direction, why don't you?
I understand.
This is Folky Night in Canada, and are we being joined in the broadcast booth by superfan Harold Candle? Yes, we are. Harold, tell me a joke.
A joke? I have no talent. That's no joke.
Thanks, Harold. Timothy, our next player is solo instrumentalist Bartok Guitarsplat. Why don't you find Bartok contemplating his performance on the outskirts of the grounds, why don't you?
Sed quando sub movente erite ignorantia.
So you would play vegetarian slide?
Yes, I use a carrot now.
A carrot? Do the strings not get sort of embedded into the carrot as you're playing?
Well, yes, there's a certain amount of pulp that gets into the strings, but that just gives the music character.
I understand your music itself is not pulpy, and yet you are producing pulp. Is a bit of irony. It's a statement you're making, is it?
Well, it's a wonderful technique I developed a number of years ago by using a carrot, and then the juice drips down into the body of my guitar, and then I have a nice glass of carrot juice at the end of my performance.
Delicious, nutritious, and fun to listen to, I guess. Thanks very much, and now back to you.
Thank you, Timothy.
Rick, can I say hello to the shut-ins, to all my special friends?
You already said hello to the shut-ins, Goods.
Yes, I have.
Bartok Guitarsplat is ready to face off. Let's see if he can even up the score. with the Backwoods Boogie.
Rick, that's tying the game up.
And it wraps up the game with the final score 1-1.
Oh, Rick, I love to see when they have that game 1-1, that trilateral thing happening. We like to see everyone here go home a winner at the Backwoods. We don't want to see anybody get hurt like I did when I got hurt.
I'd like to thank all three teams for showing up to today's spectacular game. The new Beatles, Michael Bennett and Bartok Guitarsplat, playing to a 1-1 tie. I'd also like to thank my special guest, former great Robert Skids Johnson.
Special kudos to that first aid crew, Rick. They were great.
And I'd like to thank the organizer of the Backwoods Open Stage Folk Festival, who also doubled as our roving reporter, Timothy Von Boetticher. Timothy now leads the traditional closing song, Goodnight, Irene. That's my cue to sign off. For Folky Night in Canada, I'm Rick Palidwor.
And I'm Robert Skids Johnson.
Good night.
Good night. Irene.
One more time, big finish. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll set you in my Thanks, and goodbye, everybody. Thanks. Backwoods.